Good afternoon. I'm Chad Wright with Chiefs and Royal Sports Chat with Wild Bill and Chad the Defender. I'm making an individual video today before the game. Bill and I dropped a video earlier. Um, I wanted to talk about passions of fans and how loyalty to teams, certain teams, um, and shows community and camaraderie with your friends and family and pride of where you came from. Now, sometimes, people choose a team that they've never been to that city, which is fine. But, you know, you have to have a favorite villain in the game of football. And in the 90s, it was John, and early, late 80s, John Elway, early 90s. And then it became Peyton Manning and the Colts, and then um, back to the Colts again with Peyton Manning. Um, and then the Buffalo Bills when they were real good. Well, we were with Dick Vermeil, and we had, we brought over Joe Montana, and you know, we were really into our team, and now my favorite villain has stepped away from the game. That is Tom Brady. Um, I respect him. He's a great player. He's an awesome player, but didn't ever want to admit that why he was playing. But now that he's gone, I can admit it. And he was always broke some of our hearts sometimes. He is one of my favorite villains, and he's gone. So wish the best to him. So I want to get into now some of the teams. I wonder why we're their villains, and they troll and watch YouTube channels of our some of our favorite YouTubers that talk about the Chiefs and all that stuff. And I get back onto them, troll them right back, and I'm just like, why is it that when they beat us, they give us so much crap? Seems to me like we're their villain, and they have a lot of passion, which is awesome, and we're their Super Bowl. So they gauge us by that. Well, if we beat them, we go to Super Bowl. Well, it depends. I mean, like when we played the Detroit Lions, we you know we were hanging our banner, coming off a Super Bowl rush, and we weren't ready. But you have to be ready to play the game if you want to win. We deserve to lose that game. We're dropping passes, all that stuff that we normally don't do. Hey, if you make a lot of mistakes, you deserve to lose. I would say 9 times out of 10 we come out on top of that one, so I'm not too worried. However, you can't do that anymore. There's too many competitive teams, too many people coming after you. So I looked up a list of why some of these teams are our biggest villains, and they make a big deal about beating us. Let's start with our first one, the Buffalo Bills. Buffalo Bills with Josh Allen, good team. During the regular season, they give us a lot of trouble. In the playoffs, pound for pound, it goes back and forth, back and forth. But we beat them in the playoffs and went to the Super Bowl. That's a team that's never won the Super Bowl. And when you go 4 times with Jim Kelly and Thurman Thomas, all those guys, that was a great team, and never win a Super Bowl. I don't even know if I was a Buffalo Bill fan, I'd be like, what do we have to do to win a Super Bowl? So they're waiting and waiting and waiting, and they haven't won one yet. They've been so close to winning one. It's got to suck. So I understand their passion. You know, the next one is the Browns. And they played us a couple years ago when they were trolling. Um, they've never won one, and I don't think they're going to get there this year. They may with some type of miracles, but I can see why they're passionate about their team. They want it to happen. So that they're Buffalo Bills, or Buffalo Bills and the Browns. Next one is Jacksonville. Their upcoming team, but man, they've had a rough start. Um, I'm kind of cheering for them to pull out of it and start winning some games there. Um, the next one is my favorite villain, current villain. All these fans, oh, we beat you in a post, or you know, three out or one out or two out of three times. I'm sorry, stuttering there. And I call them the bungholes, Cincinnati Bengals, but I'll be nice. I'll call them the Bengals. And they're passionate, and they have a great quarterback, and he's hurt, and they're 1-2. But I'm not going for them. I'm sorry. They're our biggest rivalry right now. And the fans, they're passionate. They don't like us. I mean, maybe not personally, but they don't like Chiefs. And they shouldn't, because we don't care if they lose. But again, they haven't won. They've been two Super Bowls, come close like the Buffalo Bills, but they got beat out of that. So next would be our Week One opponents, where we were sleepwalking through the game, and now they think they're Super Bowl champions and talking crap by winning by 1 point. We're playing our F game, and they're playing their A game. If we play our A game, we crush you. So enjoy the victory. You have a gauntlet to go through yourself. The Eagles, you have the Cowboys, you have the 49ers. Those teams are, I believe, are notch better. I'm not saying you can't win, but if they play their A game, you're not winning. I understand your passion, Detroit Lions. You haven't won one either. So I bet you we are your villain. The Eagles are your villain. Because when they play you in the playoffs, you're not going to like them much either. The last one, and they're probably a bottom tier team right now, and that's the Houston Texans. So they've been through some stuff, you know. So the passion there is basically your passion for your team is when you beat a top tier team, you automatically think, hey, we have a chance to go to Super Bowl. Okay? Um, I remember going to Super Bowl 55. That year we beat Tom Brady and the Buccaneers. And we were healthy and all that stuff. We looked good. But again, Tom Brady, we get to the Super Bowl and we lost our all pro, both of our tackles, left and right. And I didn't think that. I thought, well, maybe, Andy Reid will figure it out. Boy, did that make a difference, man. And you got people dropping passes. And then you got Tom Brady on the other side. So just because you win one game early in the season doesn't mean you're going to win in the playoffs. But hey, we're fans. That's what we're supposed to believe. That's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to have passion for our teams. So believe me, you're our villains just like we're your villains. But thank God we got football in America that we can get away from everyday life, get away from all the politics and all the BS that's going around, and we're Americans in the final days. Um, but I understand if you've never seen a Super Bowl in your lifetime, um, as long as you're not playing us, I hope you get to see that. All right. Week 4 is coming up. The Chiefs play the Jets. Subscribe to our station, like, and make some comments, and let me know how it would feel if you've never won a Super Bowl. These teams that I mentioned, how it would feel and what it would mean to you. And hey, dude, I'm not going to make fun of you because I've never seen one until Super Bowl 54. Because when we were in Super Bowl 4, I wasn't even born yet. So I just now got to see this in my 50s. So I understand. So leave comments below. Let me know how that would make you feel to win a Super Bowl. And I'll respond back. Watch us, subscribe, and tell us your thoughts. Go Chiefs. God bless.